everybody, I am of course the Invertebrarian. Please do hit that subscribe button and of course don't forget to ding that bell to be notified of any videos that I then release. So today what are we doing? Today we're looking at a few projects that have been on the go, a few updates, and we're going to try and feed those Linnathella Phalax that arrived after spending nearly a week in the Royal Mail. First up, we're going to have a very quick look at the Pachnoda, the Sun Beetles. I had a wee bit of a clean out, removed the sort of dead older beetles, the carcasses, and just gave the tank a wee sort of freshen up. So let's just go have a simple quick look at that. So yeah, we've just had a little freshen up, removed the dead beetles. We have a huge stack of cocoons over the back here. These do co-inhabit with some stick insects. We've got one there feeding on the bramble. Yeah, so just a generic tidy up. There's what I'm trying to bury. A wee freshen up of the enclosure. As I say, removed all the empty cocoon casings and the dead beetles. So yeah, that is our Pachnoda. Very easy, very simple to keep, and very fun little creatures. So the next project, as you may recall, is one that went drastically wrong after the male Cecily, the Capinus Cecily, appeared to have killed my female. And something happened that may explain why that occurred. So here he is. He's very clearly a male. You can see his palp there. But he appeared very male in the last video. He was bobbing and weaving and wiggling his booty. But something happened with him that I certainly did not expect to happen. He molted. Completely and utterly unexpected. Discovered a molt in his house. I mean, look at the, on those palps, he looks for all intents and purposes like a completely matured male, but nonetheless he has molted. And this may explain the reasons as to why he became aggressive towards the female. So that was what happened with my Cecily. He's molted. Who knew? Oh, speaking of molts, there's the molt. There is the Albopictus molt, and down here, hiding in amongst the web, is the Alesis albopictus, and I'm guessing now this is a mature male. So there he is, absolutely beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, and I do apologise for destroying a little bit of your web. That's grains of sand on him, by the way. That's not mites or anything, that's little grains of sand. But just absolutely gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. The colorations these adult males take is absolutely cracking. Was hoping for female, don't get me wrong. Female would have been good, but he's a handsome wee fella, so I can't complain. You may also recall another project we had on the go was the green lynx spiders. Other name of them is out of my head just now. So they are the Pusita lacassi, if that's correct pronunciation. If you recall, we did this planted bio setup for them. We've got one there. One is on the roof and one is round here. On the front door. Now 4 did go in, sadly 1 escaped. I managed to find it. All of them were put into vial pots until I felt more confident. I think potentially it might have squeezed out, because remember it was the smallest of the lot. I think potentially it might have got out through there, but I've reintroduced the other 3 back in, so we will keep you posted how this communal project now goes. Next time I'm at the shop I may pick up another 1 or 2, but we'll wait and see. But in the meantime we've got three of them living in here. In no way whatsoever a planned communal project, but this is my little water snail that lives with my fishing spider, and I'm just sharing it because I think it's actually quite cool. Now we're going to look at a communal project I've had on the go for quite some time. I've not featured it on the channel. I was kind of waiting for it to grow and expand, but something happened within the communal project that I noticed this morning, so we're going to go and take a look at that and see. I'll explain what's going on. So this morning when I got up, I spotted this under one of these little hides, and there's a clue as to what's going on inside this tank. And then at the back of the hide, if we can bring this up and over, at the back of the hide I spotted the rest of it. You'll see it there, and I'm pretty sure you're able to tell by now just what's going on here. So in here is my Heterometrius petersi, or Paterosi, however you want to pronounce it, enclosure. Now there's 5 of them living here. When they were introduced into here, I placed them in separate locations. So say one here, one up there, one up there, one in the middle. I wanted to see if they would develop their own territorial area, and if so they would get separated into individual housing units. Or would they then cluster together? What I discovered is that they actually, I'm going to take this apart because I'm going to be adding more substrate to it now that they're starting to get bigger. I discovered that they'd actually created a burrow system below this hide which ran below the moss, which allowed them to kind of sit in here where it was more humid and damp. So all this is going to come out. Now as you can see from the size of the moults, they're not huge scorpions yet. All 5 have been removed, so let's have a wee look at them. So you can see the 2 that are probably most freshly molted, top and bottom there, they're that slightly lighter brown in colour. I would say that one there is probably not far off going into molt. Now as I say, there's 5 of them. They've been in here since they were probably not far off half the size they are now, and as of yet there have been no signs of cannibalistic behaviour, and all 5 more or less have been using the same hide and burrow. What I'm going to do is basically just remove as much of this as I can, this decoration, these little moss balls, all this kind of stuff, which can't defeat the purpose of hoovering my carpet today, but hey ho, you know, one of these things. Let's see, the 5 of these have been in here now. They've been cohabiting for a good few months. Let's see if we can. Oh, one's on his back. Flip over. There you go. So yeah, they've been in here for quite some time. 5 went in, 5 remain. So thus far, I'm confident about this project. If one happens to vanish, I will probably end up separating the rest, but in the meantime, you know, touch wood, all is going according to plan. Now that they're in, the next step to avoid or certainly reduce the risk of cannibalism is I'm going to dump in a hefty amount of suitably sized dubia roaches, or Dubai roaches, whatever you want to call them, and I will aim them deliberately down in towards the burrow where the scorpions are hiding. I do this quite regularly. I have my own colony of roaches, and I will dump in a relatively decent amount of roaches to ensure that I reduce the risk of these guys turning on each other by providing an ample amount of food. So that's perhaps the key to success here, is always make sure there's lots of food available for your scorpions to eat if you're planning a communal project. So that is the Heterometrius, the Asian forest scorpion, the Petersi, whatever you want to call them. This is actually one of my favourite communal projects I have on the go. The reason I've kept it off the channel for so long is because I wanted to see how it would go. I didn't want to do a video and then them just cannibalise one another, so I wanted to give them time to settle in, grow on a bit. Ideally I would like to have documented the whole thing from start to present, but as I say, I wanted to know if the colony was going to work before bringing them to the channel and introducing the idea to those of you that perhaps have never considered this before. Again, with any commune, you have to take into account there is a huge risk of cannibalism. So far I've counteracted that, or it seems to be successful thus far, by providing a lot of food for them on a regular basis. What major compilation I've brought to you thus far. So now we're going to try and feed the Linnathel Phalax, and that will pretty much wrap up this video. So here goes number 1. I think it's somewhere round about down there. I'm going to bring this up a bit, might work a bit better. Failure! Number do. There's quite a lot of webbing around here now. What's that, about a week and a half, if that, these have been in here. So let's see if we can spot where you're hiding. I can't actually spot where you're hiding, but let's get some food in there. Oh, can I stop filming there for a brief second, and lo and behold, Jeezo, wowzers. That is quite an aggressive little spider there. Success! Number 3 is certainly being a very busy little spider there in the enclosure. That's quite a hefty amount of webbing. Let's see if it's hungry. Feeling confident about number 3. Beautiful, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. These things are nuts. Groovy. Number 4, again, being incredibly busy in there. Lots and lots of web, and I can actually see number 4 just in, you can just see the legs there, hiding there. Let's see if number 4 is hungry. Again, that busy taking the camera off the tripod that by the time I'd detached it, boom, it's happened. It's food, it's done. Booyakasha! And finally, Steve! Let's see if Steve is hungry. Named after the gentleman that had these sent out to us. Our man Steve, who actually today celebrates his birthday. So if you're watching this, Steve, happy birthday. And if you're watching this any time thereafter, it was Steve's birthday on day of filming. Right, Steve, a nice juicy cockroach for your birthday. I wonder if the real Steve would eat a cockroach just for fits and giggles. Here he comes. Come on, Steve, don't let us down. Oh, go Steve, go Steve. Oh, Wowzers and Bowsers, I think we've covered a good few in this video here, there, today. Yes, we have. I think so, yeah. Really hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know which is your favourite commune out of the ones we've got on the go at the moment. Or if there's anything else you think we should do, there will be a new commune project happening, possibly at some point. I'm in two minds whether to go communal or whether to do it individually, but this will not happen until weather allows Spider Shop to send out a box to myself, and that's all we're saying. That's it, that is the end. We've come to the end. Please do like, comment, share and subscribe. Thank you ever so much for watching. Be good, be kind, take care of yourselves, and yeah, bye bye for now. Goodbye.